Hey, what's going on, everybody? This video, we're going to review everything we discussed up to this point. Anything code related, it's going to be in this video. So you can get the code at github.com/Caleb Curry/Python. Jump into this beginner Python folder, and the first section, 01/numbers. And we've talked about all this stuff. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it all. I'm just going to copy it and bring it over to my text editor and just go through it real quick. Do you need help advancing your coding skills? Check out my new program, Code Breakthrough. Code Breakthrough offers hands-on learning with Python and data structures, algorithms, and interview challenges. With a supportive community and regular new content, Code Breakthrough will help you get hired or advance your career. For a limited time launch special, use the link in the description to get 20% off your subscription. See you there. Pretty sure you can download these files somehow if you want to figure out how to do that. I'm gonna worry about that later. So let's just go over to our text editor, paste all this code, and just go through all these examples. Clear off the terminal here, and we will start at the beginning. So we're gonna run this and just start with the very first output here, and that is 25. So we created a variable called age, and we printed that variable. So here's how you assign to a variable. Again, we have the value, and here's another vocabulary for you that I haven't mentioned yet, and that is literal. Anytime you type out a value, like the actual value, 25, this is known as a literal. This is in contrast to a variable which stores some value. The literal is just the value itself. So we are assigning a literal to this variable using the assignment operator. Then we use the print function. We pass in age as an argument. Then we create a comment. Then we talk about all of the different types of names we can use for variables. I commented out any of them that are not valid. So the very first one is age 1. We can use numbers inside of the variable names. That's fine. We can use underscores. That's totally fine. We can use uppercase. However, this is not recommended. It is recommended, however, to use underscores to separate words, and that's based off of this guide here, which you can check out if you guys want. Next up, we cannot assign to keywords. So return is a keyword, so that's not going to work, and we just commented that out. And you can see all the keywords here on this guide. So opening that up, we can see all of the keywords right here. So don't try to assign to any variables named like so, it'll cause an error. So the next thing on here is we start doing some operators. We do some division, and that's where we get this output here, 6.6 repeating, because we printed that result. Main thing just to show you guys is that we're using integers for the division, and the result has a decimal spot. So this is known as a float, and it'll automatically convert it to a float division. If you want to use the floor version, which is basically integer division, you would do 2 division symbols like so. 20 divided by 3 is going to give us 6. Next up, we did raising a number to a power using 2 asterisks. So this is 5 to the power of 2, which I apparently left out the 2 there, but I think you guys get it. And that's going to give us the result 25. You could also use round, so we rounded the number, and that's going to round it up or down appropriately. So that's different than this. This is always going to lower it. So even if you got 6.99999, it'll give you 6. Round, on the other hand, will round up if it's 0.5 or higher, and round down if it's lower than that. This here shows that you can use variables instead of literals. So we're using result divided by age. That gives us the value 1 here. And now I just wanted to talk a little bit about the way precedence works. So I want you to guess the output here. And if you understand precedence, you would know that this happens first, which gives us 6.6 repeating. We add 1 to it to get 7.6 repeating, which is the output right here. All right, next up, you can think of it like so. So this doesn't actually change the output. We get the same exact output. However, it might be a little bit clearer if you're not super comfortable with the order of operations. And in this situation, it's really simple, but it can get more complex once we get into more operators. So don't think of it as simplistic and that you would never do that. It actually can come really in handy. And you can force certain operations like so. In this situation, we get 3 plus 1, which is 4. And then 20 divided by 4 is 5. Next up, here's how to raise 5 to the 5th power. I think we showed that earlier. And we can do integer division remainders here using the modulus operator. So the remainder of 78 divided by 11 is 1. That's because 11 goes into 77 perfectly, and then with 78 we have 1 left over. So that is the review of everything we've talked about with numbers and just how to do everything properly. Hopefully that was helpful, and next up we are going to begin our discussion on strings and various other things, and this is actually where things start to get interesting because you can see the next review is going to be a whole lot longer. So buckle up, put your big boy or big girl pants on, and let's start to learn how to code like actual stuff. Maybe, I mean, we'll get there eventually, but stay tuned. I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget to subscribe, guys. Come on, just do it. If I gotta bribe you, like, come on, I'll pay you. No, I'm just kidding.